running this universe, that he doesn't become born, he doesn't die, he doesn't eat and then go to the bathroom. This is not God.
You got problems here. It doesn't make sense. Who was Jesus worshiping? Because it's recorded in the Gospels. Despite all of the other issues about the Gospels, we put those aside. We just say it's mentioned there that Jesus worshiped God.
One who protects us from hunger.
Back here on the Dean Show, we were giving you the top 5 arguments. We're still on number 1 with Dr. Sabeel. Take it away, Dr. Sabeel. You're talking about the facts, not fiction, that's mentioned in the verbatim Word of God, the Quran.
Yes, so one fact that I would like to dwell upon would be a fact about embryology, how a baby fetus develops inside the mother's womb. It says in chapter 23, verse number 12, 13, and 14. It goes over the stage from fertilization and how the organs develop, and how, eventually when the baby develops. So it says in minute details about when embryo was about 6-7 days old. So the way it describes it, that it is a leech-like substance. It is lodged in the mother's womb in such a way that it is extracting the nutrients. And the shape, the morphology, the functioning of it is precisely described. And this was discovered only by using very high-powered microscopes. A person with the naked eye could not have seen these things, which are only so minute without microscope way back 1400 years ago. So this again testifies that this information cannot have came from a human being.
Muhammad could not have known these facts about human development in the 7th century because most of them were not discovered until the 20th century.
Human beings make mistakes. Right? 500 scientific utterances without a single mistake. It is scientifically, mathematically impossible.
Now I want to play devil's advocate. Someone said, back then some of the Greeks, some of the philosophers, some of the people of knowledge, they made some of these predictions, and Muhammad, he just copied or he heard from them. What do you got to say?
All right, fine. Those Greek scientists, they were good scientists. They made scientific accurate statements. Along with scientific accurate statements, they also made inaccurate statements. Okay? For example, suppose if you have 2 students, one B student, B as in boy, and one D student, D as in David. Suppose if the D student is copying from the B student in the final exam, which is bad by the way, and at the end of the day, if the B students will get 80%, do we expect the D student to get 100%?
No.
No, because if he's copying from the B student, he'll be copying the right answers and he'll be copying the wrong answers from the B student. But the Quran has all of them 100% accurate. So if the Quran would have copied from the Greek, Roman, Egyptian scientists, how come the Quran left out the inaccurate statements or only extracted the accurate statements? Unless it is coming from the Creator himself.
It's impossible.
Impossible.
And that was number 1. Now let's wrap it up with a call. We said for someone to accept the way of life that will grant them peace, happiness, success, not only in this life, but also in the hereafter, they have to say what the atheist said, a part of it, that there's no God, that God's not a man, a woman, He doesn't have a DNA, He doesn't walk the earth, He doesn't have a zip code, an area code. This is not God. So tell us, what's the natural way that already the light bulbs come on, because you've given some fabulous arguments, and I think only a person who's not being sincere and rational and wants to continue following their desires, they might tune off. But I think they even are tuned on. So what's the natural call? Talk to us, Dr. Sabeel.
So after you have listened to these 5 arguments, a person, a logical, rational person would say, okay, fine, if I had doubts in the belief of God, now I know, using science, logic, philosophy, history, that God exists. If God exists and there are so many religions, how do we know which is the right one? And we have just shown to you that God has given to us the final testament in the Quran. So this is the right message, and Islam, which is submission to one God, is the right guidance that God has given to us. In there, a person will find solutions. Everyone wants to know, what is the purpose of life? Are we just here to make money, work day in and day out? Or is there more to life? So God says in the Quran, chapter 51, verse 55, that the purpose of life is to worship the Creator. So once we do that in the holistic sense, we will find peace and purpose. And then a person will have solutions to all the problems that the person is going through, solutions to the society, solutions of economic problems, of drugs, homosexuality, broken families, any problems, Islam has solutions to it. So if a person ponders about Islam, looks at the evidences that God has provided to us, and embraces it, that means the person would have peace and purpose in life and paradise in the hereafter, inshallah.
That's right, simple as that. And there's a number coming up right now below the screen. There's no God except the one God. There's no deity worthy of worship except the creator of the heavens and the earth. And if they want to put the key in the door, if they like what we have to say, they want more information, they want to talk to you, they want to talk to somebody else, and they just need some extra motivation, they can call 1-800-662-ISLAM.
Yes, indeed, inshallah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sabeel, for being with us here on the Dean Show. We look forward, inshallah, to having you back again.
Thank you very much, everyone.
And that was our brother, Dr. Sabeel. He gave you the top 5 logical arguments for the existence of the creator of the heavens and the earth. You don't have to look very far. You just got to look deep inside yourself. And he gave some beautiful examples. And then you look outside of yourself and you see everything in this universe. Design indicates a designer. And that designer is no other than the creator of the heavens and the earth. Jesus, he called him by the name Allah. In Arabic we say Allah. And there is no God, like you agree, except Allah. He's not a man. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't rest. He doesn't have children. He doesn't do the things that human beings do. He is the creator. Everything else is his creation. That is where the confusion probably came up. And you saw all the contradictions in that way of life of your parents and your forefathers. But there is not one contradiction in the Quran. Dr. Sabeel gave some beautiful evidences. And the Quran, Allah, the creator of the heavens and earth, he makes a challenge. If this Quran was from other than the creator of the heavens and earth, you would find contradiction, discrepancies. Find one. There's so many facts you can ponder over. And it's there, but you got to be sincere. You got to want the truth. And death is a reality. Death is a reality, and that's what makes this topic, this, more serious. We want to be successful in this life and the hereafter, and there's nothing better than that peace and contentment, that satisfaction you get from knowing the purpose of life, and when you die, getting paradise. And we want you to be in paradise. So give us a call, 1-800-662-ISLAM. You can also see listen to our new radio show at the thedeanshow.com blog section. Tune in every week. We're here to help you develop a better understanding. We'll see you next time, God willing. Peace be unto you.
He created the universe. To him belong the heavens and the earth. The ever-living, he is the first. He's the owner of mercy. He sent his messengers to warn his creatures of the grave dangers of worshiping other than Allah. There is none greater than the